Okay, so have you ever seen this? You've got one guy who has everything on paper, the six-figure job, the fancy car, he's in great shape, but he just can't seem to create that spark with women. And then there's this other guy. He doesn't have any of that, but women are just drawn to him. What's going on there? Well, today we're diving into some material that claims to have the answer, and it's a total game changer for how we think about attraction. Let's get into it.
So let's break this down. On one hand, you've got who the source calls the checklist man. This guy has done everything he was supposed to do. He's got the business, the body, the nice clothes, the whole 9 yards. But when he talks to women, it's polite. There's no fire, no real passion. Then you've got the magnetic man. Maybe he lives in a tiny apartment, drives a beat-up car, but for some reason, women are practically lining up to be with him.
So, what is the real difference? I mean, it's obviously not the money or the status, right? The source we're looking at says it's something way deeper, something that most guys just completely miss.
And that brings us to the first big idea here, what the source calls the attraction lie. We're going to talk about why that whole checklist approach is, well, a dead end for a lot of guys.
And here it is. This is the biggest lie men are sold, that attraction works like a checklist. The idea that if you just stack up enough achievements and status symbols, women will just magically be attracted to you. But according to this material, that's a huge fundamental misunderstanding of how this all works.
And this is the checklist, right? Get in shape, make 6 figures, drive a nice car, develop some social skills, learn some game, basically prove your value over and over again. And the whole point here is that guys spend years grinding on this stuff, building this external shell, and then they end up totally frustrated because they've been following the wrong map the whole time.
Okay, so if the checklist is broken, what's the right answer? Well, this gets us to the absolute core idea of this whole explainer. It's not about what you have, it's about your internal state. Attraction is an energy, not an inventory.
The source really hits the nail on the head with this quote. Women don't get addicted to what you have. They get addicted to who you are. Just let that sink in for a second. That one idea is the foundation for everything else we're going to talk about. It's a total shift from external stuff to your internal world.
So, what is this internal state, really? Think of it like this. It's your core confidence, your deep down sense of self-worth, your presence. The source calls it an energy signature that women can just feel. They pick up on it subconsciously. It's got nothing to do with the words you're saying and everything to do with the vibe you're putting out.
This really breaks down what the source calls the sexual market value discrepancy. So the lie we're all told is that your value, your SMV, is objective. It's about your income, your looks, things you can measure. But the truth? It's perceptual. It's all about the energy and confidence you project. See, attraction isn't something you earn by checking boxes. It's something that's triggered by who you are at your core.
All right, so if internal state is the secret sauce, how the heck do you build it? Let's get into the pillars, the building blocks that create that magnetic core we've been talking about. And at the heart of it all, you have these two completely opposite mindsets. On one side, you've got validation seeking. This is when you need her approval, you need her compliments, her attention, just to feel okay about yourself. But on the other side, you've got self-validated. This is when you know your own worth, period. You don't need anyone else to sign off on it. And believe me, this distinction is absolutely critical.
This is what the source calls the validation death spiral. And it's a perfect example of why this whole approval-seeking thing backfires so badly. Think about it. Step 1, you try to get her approval. What does that actually tell her? Step 2, it signals that you don't really believe in your own worth. So what happens next? Inevitably, step 3, her attraction just fizzles out. It's a vicious cycle of self-sabotage.
Okay, beyond just being self-validated, the source points to 4 other key pillars. First, there's groundedness. That's being stable, centered, like a rock, no matter what's going on. Then there's presence, being right here, right now, not off in your head somewhere. Third is authenticity. That's living by your values, not trying to be someone you're not. And finally, stoicism, the power to stay calm on the inside, even when the world outside is crazy.
All right, now let's get into some of the really interesting stuff, the counterintuitive ideas. Some of these are real mind benders, where doing less actually gets you more. And here's the crazy irony, isn't it? The moment you try to impress someone, you're sending a signal. And that signal is, I don't think I'm good enough on my own. It's a total backfire. The guy who's truly impressive is the one who doesn't feel the need to prove anything to anyone. It's a paradox, but it's true.
So let me ask you this, and this is straight from the source material. Could saying no actually be one of the most attractive things you can do? Well, according to this way of thinking, the answer is a huge, resounding yes.
So why is saying no such a big deal? It's all about what it communicates subconsciously. It tells you have options, that you're not desperate. It shows her you value yourself and your time more than just one outcome. And it proves you can't be easily played. It's a massive display of self-control and abundance, and those qualities are described as being off the charts attractive.
Okay, I get it. This stuff sounds good in theory. But what do you actually do? How do you apply it? Well, this last section is all about that. We're going to lay out a practical path to take these ideas and actually start building that solid internal state for yourself.
The source boils it all down to 5 key steps, 5 concrete things you can do to shift your focus away from that old, broken checklist and start building a real, authentic core.
So here's the roadmap. Number 1, audit your motivations. Seriously, ask yourself why you want the things you're chasing. Number 2, cultivate presence. Practice just being here, in the moment. 3, embrace authenticity. Stop trying to be the guy you think she wants and just be you. 4, develop stoicism. Learn to be the master of your emotions, not the other way around. And finally, number 5, the bedrock of it all, create internal peace. Find that real, genuine self-acceptance. Now, before we finish up, there's a really important warning that comes with this stuff. This knowledge is powerful, for sure. But the whole point is to use it to become a better, more authentic person and build real connections, not to become a manipulator. That's a crucial distinction.
And let's end on this one last thought, because it really sums up this whole entire philosophy. The ultimate secret here, it isn't some clever line or trick. It's about getting to a place where you are so comfortable with yourself, so whole on your own, that you don't need anyone else to complete you. Because the great irony is, that's the exact moment you become the person that everyone wants to be with.